The first drop fell at 14 a.m. Lena sat up in her bed, confused. There had been no rain forecast for months, yet she could hear it water, rushing, swelling, rising. It wasn't coming from the ceiling, the pipes, or outside. It was coming from everywhere. She stepped onto her floor, and it was already ankle deep. The water was dark, heavy, and cold as if it had been stolen from the deepest trench in the ocean. It carried no reflection. It carried no smell. It just existed. In seconds, the water reached her knees. But what terrified her most wasn't the water, it was the faces beginning to appear in it. They weren't drowning or gasping. They were smiling, too wide, too still. One by one, they pulled themselves out, people, or something pretending to be people. Their skin looked real, but their eyes were empty screens, flickering faint static. Their movements were slow, synchronized, as if some invisible puppeteer tugged at invisible strings. They spoke her name in unison. Not screamed, not whispered. Spoke flat, mechanical. Lena. She ran. Every hallway in her apartment complex stretched longer than it should have, the wallpaper rippling like wet cloth. Doors led to nothing but more water, more smiling fakes. Every stairwell wound back to where she started. The water climbed her chest. Her breath came in sharp bursts. The fake people never ran, but they always seemed to be closer. One of them reached out its hand soft. Human War Man smiled with teeth to perfect. You don't have to fight. We're better than what's real. She slammed the door in its face and bolted upward, somehow finding a set of steps that climbed endlessly toward a faint glow. The water stopped chasing. The voices faded. The glow became a solid, blinding white, and she burst through, onto stone. The sound of rushing waves was gone. Above her stretched a black and silver sky, dripping with stars so large they seemed to breathe. She was standing on a rock bridge jutting from the edge of a colossal cliff. Below, nothing. An infinite void. Beyond. A swirling galaxy, massive and bright, its spiral arms curling like frozen smoke. She turned, ready to collapse in relief, and froze. Far across the rock, at the very edge where the universe seemed to end, stood herself. Same clothes, same face, but her skin shimmered faintly, as if lit from the inside. That version of Lena didn't smile. She simply stared, head tilted, then took one deliberate step toward her. The galaxy behind her pulsed once, like a heartbeat, and then Lena realized the waters hadn't stopped at all. They were here too, rising silently over the black horizon. Part 2 should be out, make sure to follow.